Okay. Welcome to Feeling My Value and Believing in My Worth meditation. Let us take a deep breath and connect to the love that we are. Let us each ask to receive unconditional love and see it pour into every cell like a waterfall. Please envision this love pouring in. Every day we affirm our value by the choices we make and what we create. Our choices can be affected by limiting beliefs in the subconscious mind from our past or our ancestors. Lack of purpose and no map of what to create, or a lack of connection to ourselves, relationships, meaningful work, nature, our world. Lack of belief in our worth and value is the most common of all limiting beliefs. It may take other forms, such as not feeling good enough or not as good as someone else. When we compare ourselves as to others or feel unable to do the same, we are denying our own gifts to create something unique and of value. We affirm what we believe about ourselves in our self-talk. Is this talk mainly negative or positive? When you use the words I am, we affirm and use two of the most powerful words in the English language. For what we say and believe about ourselves, we become. We can say, I am stupid, or I am brilliant, I am a genius. We can affirm that I am a diabetic. However, I recommend do not use the negative term with I am. Instead, say I am a person with diabetes, or I am a person who enjoys great health. You are a child of God, and Creator did not make you or create you as a diabetic. You may have diabetes. Is this a permanent condition? Do many mainstream medical practitioners want you to believe this is a permanent condition? What if a medical person says that you have cancer and have 2 years to live? What if you accept this prediction? Do you know someone who beat the odds of their medical prognosis? Myrtle Fillmore's story. She was ill with tuberculosis in the 1880s. She and her husband are the founders of the Unity Church. One day she went to a lecture where she heard that she was a child of God and therefore did not inherit disease. Myrtle decided to act upon this empowering information. She refused to accept that she was ill. Every day, twice a day, she sat in a chair and meditated and sent love to her body. She envisioned it in a state of health and love. She sent love to her body. Over a period of 2 years of doing this daily, she released the medical condition and was healed. My story. One day I had an awakening and felt I had been sleepwalking through my life. Pain pushed me to make some changes. I love my life now. I am a former nurse practitioner with a master's degree, a theta healer, emotional healer, Life Mastery Institute coach, higher brain living facilitator, but it has not always been happiness unlimited for me. When I was in my 40s, it seemed like happiness, it just seemed like it was something that happened. And it seemed like I had no friends. It seemed like relationship was something that just happened or did not. I was married. I had 2 children. I had no health or other real issues. Why was I not feeling connected to my life? In fact, it took me many more years to realize that my life was off track. I call it just being busy and occupied all the time. I woke up from the sleepwalk when a visiting stranger was the occasion for me to examine what I really wanted in life. It was painful at first. I cried. I was determined also. I said that love was the only thing that mattered. I read a book, Power versus Force, recommended by a friend. And this helped me feel that deep joy and connection were possible. The changes did not happen overnight, but gradually over the next 2 years. What changed was me. I so wanted to feel that connection to myself as love. I asked for it in meditation. I released my emotional baggage and my beliefs about who I am and what is possible. I learned and received healing modalities that changed my life. I began to live my life with purpose, passion. I attracted amazing relationships. My relationship to myself changed. I feel deep joy and gratitude in every aspect of my life, and that is why I love to support others to connect to that inner power, to have more of the joy and feeling radiant that life offers. Another story, a family member named Mary was in a tedious job and felt unacknowledged and unappreciated. She was only in her 20s. She enjoyed reading books and writing poetry. She had few friends and no partner or children. Life was a series of repetitious habits of go to work, come home, read, no interest in cooking or self-care. She would eat a bag of cookies and fall asleep early and wake up to the same dreary routine the next day. She was depressed. She did not see a way out of this. Perhaps she created a way out of this feeling of being trapped and disconnected. She developed mental illness in order to create life on her terms. Of course, she was medicated and gained weight. However, she escaped the weary life and the need to go to work daily. She ended up living with her mother for many years. I am reading a book now with the title Lost Connections. It is about ways and reasons we do not feel worthy and feel disconnected from meaningful living. Perhaps you know someone in a similar situation. We create meaning and value for ourselves through our jobs, relationships, how we take responsibility for our lives, and the circumstances we see. When we give our power and worth away to circumstances that are outside of us, we often do this. Do you believe that you are too old to do something? Do you believe you don't have enough money? What does the belief of not having enough money really mean? We usually find the money for what is really important to us. What is important to you? Where do you spend your money? What can you give up or postpone in order to pay for something you really value? Do you know someone with poor health who blames it on something outside of themselves? This, again, is giving power away. Do you drink soda or feel emotionally deprived? Do you believe healthy people are lucky? Do you say maybe they inherited great genes? Great health is the result of choices and healthy habits. What are some healthy habits? What good fats do you eat daily? And what is your self-talk like to your body? Your self-talk influences your body's vibration and feelings. In 2004, Mr. Masaru Emoto published a book, The Hidden Messages in Water, on his experiments with water and water crystals. The experiments used glasses of water where positive messages or negative ones were spoken or thought to the water. The water was then frozen into crystals. Words such as love and gratitude produced beautiful snowflake-like crystals, while words such as hate or you make me sick produced confusion and chaotic patterns. When classical music was played next to the water, it also produced beautiful crystals, while hard rock music produced chaotic patterns. Your self-talk influences your body's vibration and feelings. Your body is 70% water. 8 ways to increase your feelings of value and self-worth. 1, make a list of things that you are good at. 2, give yourself at least 1 to 3 compliments daily. 3, love your body, send it love, and accept its beauty and potential. 4, accept what you cannot change about yourself. 5, when you hear negative comments in your head, stop. Remind yourself of something you are good at. 6, focus on what gives you happiness and not on impressing others. 7, spend as much time with those who uplift and encourage you. 8, create a map of your life in 4 dimensions and activate this map. I have found this process very empowering, and it has enabled me to connect to more of my unlimitedness. I guide my clients through this process in my retreats and higher brain living sessions, which flood your brain with feelings of abundance and confidence. So I'm going to do our meditation. So please close your eyes. Take in 3 deep breaths with me. Meditation to embrace my value and believe in my worth. Creator of all that is commanded to resolve on the history level and clear cancel on the soul core and genetic level and send to God's light. any beliefs as they apply to me and my ancestors. So we don't consciously know what's in the subconscious mind. So let's just let Creator decide by affirming yes after each statement that I read. I'll say it with you. So all you need to do is say yes. You can say it out loud or to yourself. I release. I have no boundaries and cannot say no to protect my needs. Yes. I release. My worth is tied to having to take care or fix someone. Yes. I release. My worth is outside of me. Yes. I release. My worth is tied to acceptance from others. Yes. I release. I do not accept myself. Yes. I release. I gave my power away to feel safe. Yes. I release. I lack confidence. Yes. I release. I do not love myself. Yes. I release. I live in the past to justify where I am now. Yes. I release. I do not know how to set goals. Yes. I release. I do not know how to achieve goals. Yes. I release. I am a victim of abuse. Yes. I release. I am not worthy of abundance. Yes. Not worthy of relationships. Yes. Not worthy of health. Yes. I release. I fear speaking up for myself and my needs. Yes. I release. I do not feel listened to. Yes. I release. I feel trapped and unworthy of a vision for my life. Yes. I release. I lost my value. I release. I gave control to my ego mind to feel safe. Yes. I release. The need to have control gives me power. Yes. I release. I am alone. Yes. And this is our new computer subconscious program. We're just going to rewrite the limiting ones with more empowering ones. So say yes for each one, which will be from Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding on all levels. That I am a divine child of Creator, and I am worthy of love, abundance, all that I desire and choose to create. Yes. I say yes to boundaries that preserve my well-being and value. Yes. I accept myself on all levels. Yes. I know how to accept 100% responsibility for all that I am and have created. Yes. I forgive myself for giving my power to something outside of myself and creator of all that is. Yes. I love myself because I am part of Creator's love. Yes. Creator's love is always present and I am never alone. Yes. I live and create in the present moment where my true power lies. Yes. I know how to set goals. I know what it feels like to set and take action to achieve my goals. Yes. I forgive all who have abused their power and abused me in order that I am free to create what I desire. Yes. I feel worthy of amazing health. Yes. I feel worthy of relationships. Yes. I know how to create amazing health and relationships. Yes. I feel this is possible to create amazing health and relationships. Yes. I know how to speak my truth and ask for what I need, desire. Yes. I believe this is possible. Yes. I feel worthy of being listened to, and I know what this feels like. Yes. I know how to create a vision for my life. Yes. I know this is possible, and I know what this feels like. Yes. My thoughts, actions, vision for my life are in harmony with Creator of all it is. Yes. I accept my divine gifts and talents. Yes. I feel worthy of these gifts and talents. Yes. I listen to my intuition and my heart and take inspired action on all my desires and dreams. Yes.